Hey guys, it's Nick, and this is a start to a new series I would like to do on this channel called The Forgotten Blackhawks. Yes, there's been players in the past that get forgotten about in the team's history. And this one, I want to start it off with the previous captain of the Chicago Blackhawks before Jonathan Toews. And that is Martin Lapointe. Martin Lapointe wore the C previously to Jonathan Toews, and this is how his career started off. To start Lapointe's career off, he was drafted 10th overall in the '91 NHL draft by the Detroit Red Wings. Yes, the Blackhawks' former division rival and their original six rival, the Detroit Red Wings. Lapointe went on to play 10 seasons with the Red Wings. He played 7 games total in his first 2 seasons from 91 to 92, and then started getting more fit into the NHL roster. By 97, he played had his first full role as in the team, where he played 78 games in the season. In that season, he won his first of 2 Stanley Cups, winning in 97 and 98. He had the Stanley Cup game-winning goal in the 98 Stanley Cup for the Detroit Red Wings. By 2001, this was the last season of Lapointe's run with his tenure in the Detroit organization, the only team that he knew of his career. He went on to go to another Original Six team, the Boston Bruins, where he played from 2002 to 2004 with the Bruins. So in 2006, the 2005-2006 season, Lapointe went to his third Original Six team, that being the Chicago Blackhawks, where Lapointe would play 2.5 seasons with the Chicago Blackhawks, sharing the C with Andre Aucoin, for his 2 seasons as captain. Aucoin would be the main captain, I believe, because in the 2 seasons, Aucoin would get injured, and then Martin Lapointe would wear the C. This is during the dark days of the Blackhawks. Everyone knows that. The Hawks were not good. They were considered a joke in the NHL. They were in the dark days, where former owner and also known as Dollar Bill Warts, or Bill Warts for his real name, he would cheap out on players and not wanting to get good players for the value they deserve. So, in that, for the 2 seasons that Lapointe wore the C, it was showing the Hawks were not that good of a team. They were considered a laughingstock in the NHL. With the 2 seasons of the run that Lapointe had the C for, the Hawks were getting ready to start for their future core of the team. Jonathan Toews was just drafted. Patrick Kane was just drafted. So going into their rookie seasons in the 2007-2008 year, the Blackhawks former head coach and legend of the team, Dennis Savard, decided they are not going to run a captain and 2 alternates. What they decided to do in Chicago was run 3 aces. That's why this jersey's that way. This is from that year. That's Jonathan Toews rookie. To get the current captain, Jonathan Toews, ready to become the captain of the Chicago Blackhawks. Every month in the 2007-2008 year, the Hawks will switch alternate captains and wait for the current captain Jonathan Toews to reign as captain. By the trade deadline of 2008, the Hawks decided to cut ties with Martin Lapointe. They went on to trade Lapointe to the Ottawa Senators, where he only played 18 games with them. But that was the end of Lapointe's playing career. The Chicago Blackhawks decided to bring Lapointe back to the Hawks as a scout, and where he would be a scout till 2010. So he ended up getting a Stanley Cup ring with the Chicago Blackhawks. In his career, and now also Lapointe is now has a front office role with the Montreal Canadiens. In the career of Lapointe, he played a total of 91 games, so just 9 games shy of hitting 1,000. He had a total of 181 goals and a total of 200 assists. With the Hawks, he played 216 games and had 30 goals and 32 assists for a total of 62 points. Lapointe is forgotten as a Blackhawk captain because this was the era of the Hawks being terrible and wanted to be forgotten. That was the dark days, and no one wanted to be affiliated with the Chicago Blackhawks. But by the time you have to look at this, Jonathan Toews overshadows Lapointe because Taser's the best captain in Blackhawk history, arguably. And then he was sharing the sea with Andre Coyne. So it's a little bit more of a interesting topic. Lapointe being a forgotten Hawk can be a good trivia question. Who was the last Chicago Blackhawk captain before Jonathan Toews? And you have the answer. It's Martin Lapointe. So this was interesting to do this research on Lapointe. I want to hear what your thoughts are on more potential forgotten Blackhawks for this series, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and most of all, let's go Hawks!